Yes, Zaga, Yaga, you know the vibes. You rocking up yours truly. Showtime Sizzle, I am the source. So, the morning topic today is going to tie in with my poll. And salute to those that are actively participating in the poll, right? So, the poll that I put up last night was in regards to um, the promotional companies and networks, right? On who um, puts on the most shows. Now, the reason for me doing this is to gauge, what my listeners to believe, right? And also gives me something to speak on. Now, the topic is what makes a good promoter. And I'm going to run down some of the things that I believe make a good promoter, especially in this day and time with social media, and fighters can really promote their selves and their own brand. But the number one job for a promoter is to pay the bill, you know, front the bill. Now, when we say that, that's why I asked the question that I asked as far as who puts on the most shows. 48% of y'all think it is TGB, Showtime, PBC. I think it was 38% or ESPN top rank. Look it up for yourself. I'm not going to give you guys the answers, but the answers are out there. And for those of y'all that are thinking it's 48% is PBC, now let me ask you guys this. If it is the PBC and we are seeing a lot of their fighters not actively fighting, is that a good promotional company? Because a promoter's job is to pay the fighters by allowing them to fight. Something that I want you guys to think on. Now, when it comes to the PBC Premier Boxing Champions, TGB Promotions and Showtime, I arguably will not debate anybody. I think they are putting on the bigger pay-per-views by far. Like their pay-per-views, numbers don't lie. They are more successful. Um, they probably were the best by far. I think they would hand over fist, but I think that is not the same. GTD Promotions and Devin Haney Promotions, because to be honest, they don't put on enough shows. They're not putting on enough shows. But when you are a program fan, you are led to believe that just because a fighter or whoever has a promotional company, they are promoters, which they are. But if you're not putting on shows, how actively or good are you as a promoter? Anybody can have a promotional company. I can start up Source Experience Promotions, right? Now, if I'm not putting on those shows, I'm just a promoter with a license. In order to be a successful promoter, I think you need to put on shows, multiple shows. So that's why I just had the bigger one. Like I could have had DeBella in there. Shout out to DeBella Entertainment. Puts on a lot of shows as well. Also, Star Boxing. But a lot of these guys, these fighters, and I see a lot of you guys in these debates and these boxing groups, you guys argue about stuff that is pointless. Like I can't program you guys enough. When you say that such and such is a promoter, but yet he's not putting on those shows, not even no regional local shows. That's what a promoter does. A promoter puts on shows. So you guys talk crazy about like Top Rank, right? And say that Bob Arum is a bad promoter. I strongly disagree with that. To the fact that the numbers show that he's not. He might not promote his fighters well, but as far as a promoter, he's one. Um, Top Rank puts on with ESPN, of course, Top Rank ESPN. They put on a lot of shows. Man. That is the promoter's job to showcase his talent, showcase his product, which are the fighters. Whereas Showtime PBC, who I said a lot of you guys said 48%. I believe it is them that do the most shows. I don't think they do as many shows as Top Rank, but you can look it up. I could be wrong. Look it up for yourself. So that goes to my thesis of the day. I think that a successful promoter is one that, yes, he promotes his fighters. That's what PBC does very well for pay per view. But I think that what also helps them with that is they have Mayweather, right? But you notice I didn't even put Mayweather Promotions up there because Mayweather Promotions is they kind of on the Bella's tip to me. Like they don't really put on a lot of shows, man. They used to, but not as much anymore. You know, a promoter's putting on shows, man. Pay attention to that, man. I know you guys get in here and you love to debate about, the game, the boxing game, the boxing business, but a promoter's job is to put on shows, man. So if you only, that's why I said I didn't put man down promotions. I didn't put lines only promotions. I didn't put Devin Haney promotions. I didn't put Tank Davis. None of these guys promotion because they're not putting on shows. You got to put on shows to be a promoter. You know, hopefully you guys are catching this sauce this morning, man. So yes, when it comes to um who was the a promoter that I think are good at, I put the big dogs up there because these are the ones that are actively showcasing fights. Actively. You heard the terminology. Actively. And that's a big part of being a promoter. And also paying your fighters. Paying your fighters. Now, when it comes to paying the fighters, like I said, TGB, the PBC, Showtime, when they first came out the gate, hands over fist, they were killing the game. That has somewhat slowed up. And it slowed up to the point where it makes me question whether they are good promoters. Because, like I said, we just seen Earl Spence, who was probably arguably one of their biggest stars, finally fight after 16 months of inactivity. Deontay Wilder, another one of their big fixtures, has yet to step into the square circle in 2023. Is that good promoting? Good promotion? No, it's not. Because he's not getting a check. He's not eating off of boxing. Whereas Anthony Joshua has already got 2 fights in with Matchroom DAZN. April and just last week, right? Or 2 weeks ago. Me. I do so much I lose track of time sometimes. So, what makes a good promoter? Like I said, what makes a good promoter is putting on the shows, showcasing your talent, and by far, Top Rank does that. Look at, and I'm gonna use since we're speaking on heavyweight, Jared Big Baby Anderson just for July 1st. And I know you guys are gonna say, "Oh, well, he's not making as much money as Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua." You are absolutely correct with that assessment. But what he is being is promoted. And you're gonna say, "No, he's not being promoted." Yes, he is. He's actively fighting. He's getting a check, and he's actively fighting. He just fought in July. Before that, he fought in April. April 8th, he was on the Shakur Stevenson card. Came back July. Now he's coming back in August 26th, next week. Not this Saturday, but next Saturday. So that is good promotion because he is being visibly seen. And I think with the market how it is today, um, with social media, with the media. See, a lot of you media guys. That's why I said something to a fellow media guy yesterday, right? Because I see a lot of these guys. To me, they don't know their value. They just do shit for free. And I was like, because he got disrespected. He posted that what's his name, but I'm like, bro, I would have never posted that. The man, you asked the man a question and he disrespected you and you posted it. Like, come on, why? You're promoting this guy. See, more media guys promote fighters than the actual companies. But you know why they do this? Because they are unaware that they're doing it. And not only are they unaware that they're doing it, the companies know that they're doing it, and the companies use them. See, these companies get a budget to do these things. Like when you see Kelly Swanson and what is it? What is her thing? Her company called her publicist company, media company called Swanson's PR or something. They get paid. They have a budget. Showtime gives them a budget to do these things. You know what they do? They just did it this past week in NYC. They get all of you thirsty YouTubers, right, that don't know your worth, right? They give you a credential to cover whatever the presser, since it was the presser, you guys go and cover the presser for free. Well, some of y'all that got monetized channels, y'all probably try to you know, put your videos out and make a little coin like that. But majority of you guys are just going out there doing free promotion. Now, are you catching this? Are you catching this now? You're doing free promotion because what are you doing? You're going out there, you're getting content. The moment you guys are getting your content, you're going home, you're uploading your content on your channel, promoting and marketing an event. That's free promotion. That is free promotion. Man, it's a lot of water out here. It rained heavy. I slept through it. That is free promotion though. And that's what these companies do. So the PBC is the masters at that. They are. Well, I gotta tilt my hat to them. When it comes to that, they know how to use and I say this respectfully, the crash dummies. They get you guys to cover these events, right? Preferably like press conferences. Because look, a lot of you guys that went out there and covered the press conference, you same guys will apply for a fight card and won't get a working pass, a credential to work the fight. But they let you go promote the press conferences, to get the ball rolling. But the actual fight card, you guys won't get a credential. Hopefully, you guys are taking in these nuggets that I'm giving you. This is all free game. Free game. That's why I am blessed. You see, I'm not on here telling you guys there's three of y'all in here. Not once did you hear me utter out, put $1 in the super chat, refresh the super chat. Nah, I'm just gonna give you guys the game. And that's why I think doors are open for me. Because see, I do things normally because like I know people try to undermine and stop the source shine. But one thing about this, you can't. When you're doing something honorable, righteously, you are always going to be uplifted. And I say that to say this, you get these brothers that come and comment on your shit and ghost accounts and try to tell you about slandering other black men when it is black men that are slandering you. Make it make sense though. Let me get to some of these comments. T, what's going on, brother? How are you this morning? They say they will have dried up over there. Yes, and I think one thing about Showtime, right? I think they rock guys to sleep. Yes, they rock them to sleep, and I'm gonna tell you how they rock. Because now you're seeing how everybody is saying like PBC is the best, right? No, they're putting on bigger cards. Real talk. They're putting on the bigger cards, right? Because they got the Canelo fight, right? For 3 fights. What else? They got I'm sipping on my tea. They got we just had Tank and Ryan Garcia followed up by Earl Spence and Crawford. Now they're gonna have Charlo, and Canelo. These are big cards, but let's not lose sight because you got programmers, right? That are this is why you guys are lost in the sauce with that. Those are three big matchups, right? But what about the other Charlo brother that hasn't fought in 2 years? In 2 years. What about Mel that's about to fight now, but he hasn't fought since last May. But yet, him getting one fight in over a year and almost a half, people are losing sight of what's really going on. These guys aren't fighting. They're not getting a chance to showcase their talent. They are not getting a chance to showcase their talent. So are they being promoted properly? Is the question. If you're not actively fighting, like look at Deontay Wilder, no fights this year. Is he being promoted properly? Deontay Wilder, right? And I say this respectfully on my Stephen A. Smith source, um, arguably is one of their biggest commodities over there. But yet, Anthony Joshua has fought more than him this year. And AJ, man, that tea is good. I put just enough, a little bit of milk in it. Anthony Joshua would have more fights. Like if Anthony Joshua packed it up for the year, but he's already talking about fighting, trying to fight again in December. Well, just say he packs it up for the year. We are in August. So today is what, the 8th, the 19th, right? Or the 18th. Today is August 18th. Deontay Wilder has yet to to get a fight date. AJ already had two fights. Tyson Fury another one. I don't think Tyson Fury has fought, but Tyson Fury doesn't want to fight, from what I'm hearing. You know, he's living high off the hog, man. He made a lot of money, and somebody told me he has a Netflix deal or he has a series out on Netflix. So kudos to him, man. You know, if you're getting money outside of boxing and you made significant money off of boxing already. And one thing about heavyweights do get paid rather handsomely. And you got to think he had the trilogy with Wilder where he made a killing, right? A killing. And then he knocked it off. What is the terminology that he uses? The dozer. He knocked off the dozer and Dillian White. So he got some checks, man. He got some checks, and now with this Netflix thing that I think he got going on, not only is he eating off of that, I believe his family's probably eating off of that too, because I think it's his whole family in it. So hey, get it how you live. I'm not mad at you. But when we talk about promoters and promotional companies, if a fighter is not actively fighting, I think we tend to lose sight of that. The promoter's not doing the job, right? The promoter's not doing the job if a fighter is not fighting. Because not only are they not showcasing him, they're not paying him. You know? Does that make sense? For those of y'all that's in here, does that make sense? If a promoter is not actively having fight cards or fights for their fighter that they have signed, they are not doing their job. Because a lot of times, right? And I like T Bud, right? T Bud is getting his flowers now, right? But I remember you guys were saying that, Top Rank isn't promoting him, right? Top Rank isn't promoting him. Top Rank, like I said, they do what they do. They were promoting him. He was fighting. That's why, if you notice, Terrence Crawford never really complained. It was the programmers, the media that was complaining, that was using that narrative, right? They was using that narrative that he's not a star, he's not this, because Terrence wasn't doing what he does now all over the media. Um, We reached out to him. He is booked up solid. You're not gonna get a Terrence Crawford interview for a while. He's international now. But that's neither here nor there. But at the time, that was the biggest gripe that he wasn't doing these things, right? So they used that against him, saying that, oh, Top Rank's not promoting him. Top Rank played him very well. He made a lot of money with Top Rank. And I think as far as a promoter goes, he was afforded the opportunities to fight to make this money. He didn't get the fight that he wanted, but you see how it played out. He finally got that fight with Earl Spence. But other than that, he was getting fights. So he was being paid. See, you guys get caught up in the programming and all of the other nonsense. But the man was getting paid, right? Whereas, can we say that about some of your other favorite fighters that are not fighting, that aren't fighting? Like I said, a lot of these guys are not fighting, man. When is the last time we seen name another champion? I'm just asking you guys, and that's in here. T, you're in here, right? 16 months for Earl Spence, right? Over 2 years for Jamal Charlo. Deontay Wilder is rounding off to a year, man. He last fought October. Last fought October. Stephen Fulton just got demolished. Prior to Stevie Fulton fighting, who was a unified champion, his inactivity was crazy, bro. Crazy. But yet, we are programmed to say that the PBC is the best in the game. But I just ran off one, two, three, four. Some of their most talented fighters that weren't getting dates. That weren't getting dates. Now, when you look at Top Rank, right? They're talented fighters, right? Devin Haney went over there and signed the deal. Right now, he's doing him again. But Devin Haney locked in with them for 3 fights. He fought 3 times in a 12-month calendar stretch. I think in that same span, if I'm not mistaken, because like I said, I'm in the groove right now. It's Friday, one more day left, right? Um, Shakur Stevenson fought twice, I think. Fought twice, maybe 3 times too, but I definitely know twice. Um, Keyshawn Davis, a young prospect that they're grooming, man, he might have fought 3 to 4 times. These guys are being seen. These guys are being seen, man. But hey, what do I know? Yo, T, are you available right now, T? I'll put the link in the description real quick if you are available. I got a little time. I see the guys over there setting up the pumps. Those days are far gone for me. I don't do those things no more. You heard? That's not. I don't have to do those things no more. I don't have to do those things anymore. As far as like those are the field guys right now. I didn't know it rained that hard, man. I got up this morning. I'm like, damn, there was a lot of floods coming in here, man. That's how good I slept last night, man. I slept all through it, man. Normally I get up, but I just slept. Yo, I'm telling you that loader does that shit to you, man. Like heavy equipment, you don't really work as hard. Like manually, physically, but you work hard. When you're in those machines and shit, you gotta be on point, man. You definitely gotta be on point, man. That's why you see I'm giving y'all this live now. So I probably it's Friday. I know man people be banging out. They'll probably have me in again. So if I'm not in the sweeper, I can't really, do the do like I want to, man. Like I said, that loader is a monster, bro. It's easy to operate, but it's like you can't really be on your phone. You can at lunchtime or when it's downtime. You could pull in the cut and wait for somebody to come in and get loaded or something. But me, like you see how I be finessing, and when I'm in it, I'm always trying to get better. So even when I do have a little downtime, I play around. I do certain things like I move around the yard. I'll try to pick up cones and different things. That's how you get nice. At least that's what the old heads used to tell me back in the day. So that's what I do now. I turn into a 45-year-old kid. I'm like a 44. I'm 44. I said 45. Look, I gave myself an extra year already. But I turned into a 44-year-old kid. I'll be like I'll be in there doing the damn thing, bro. Like yesterday, I did the cone test. Where I picked up the cone. Yo, real quick story, right? Before I get back into the promoters. Yo, my uncle was so nice, right? Rest in peace to my uncle. He was the general foreman and everything up here, right? But they said he was the best loader operator ever. And he used to operate the old loaders, right? But they said he could pick up a quarter. You know how nice you gotta be to pick up a quarter? The scrape a quarter up in that shit with the open the claw up and pick it up. That's what I was in there finessing. I did the cone. The cone is alright. It's easy. It's hard. Nah, I ain't gonna front. If you don't know what you're doing, you fuck that cone up, man. It's not, it's not easy. But when you got skills, it's easy. But it's not an easy task. All right, let me walk up in here. I still got 6 minutes to hit the clock. But I'll start my pilgrimage up. Mm. Yeah, this team was everything, man. So yes, 48% of y'all thinking it's PBC. So all you got to do, I'm gonna tell you to get the answer, and I'm gonna give you somewhat of the answer. It's not the PBC. So 48% of y'all are wrong. Y'all are wrong, man. The PBC is not putting on the most shows, and I knew y'all was gonna go. I knew a large part of my audience was going to, the listeners was going to go for that because they're putting on the bigger pay-per-views, but they're not putting on more shows. They're not. Maybe they will start now, depending on how much money they keep getting, but I don't know. Listen, Canelo Alvarez is taking a big chunk of their budget. The big chunk of their budget. The answer is Top Rank. Correct. You get the producer credit of the day. What is this? KD Doctor 7889. You are correct. Yes, it is. Thank you, brother. You win the award. The award is I will name a batch of CMOS after you. That is correct. It is Top Rank ESPN. But they don't want to give them their props because that goes against the narrative. But like I said, you see, I gave them their narrative as far as the PBC putting on the bigger pay-per-views, which they do. You cannot take from that. They put on bigger showcases of pay-per-view. But the actual promoting of their talent by far is Top Rank. Top Rank ESPN by far. They are putting on show after show. They are a machine. And shout out to Top Rank. Now, I only did that poll because I seen people saying that certain people were better promoters and promoting. And I'm like, yeah, how is that? He's not even signing fighters. He's not even putting on shows. But see, this is how people get programmed to believing things that aren't true. In order to be a successful promoter, you need to put on shows. Because when you put on shows, you are paying your fighters. Now, the other part of promoting, you need to get somebody like myself and others that specialize in marketing, specialize in slogans and schemes and consulting, and that will help you as well. Now, I know you guys are saying, oh, you're full of shit. No, I have receipts. I can actually show my work, you know? I can show my work. That is part of promoting and marketing, coming up with slogans and hooks and things. He said, I subscribed to your channel a little while ago. Learned about you from my guy, Modern King Boxing. You got a lot of games, sir. Respect your hustle. Just by the way, you are moving very. I appreciate that, man. Appreciate that, man. A lot of people don't give me my flowers. That's why I always say, but hey, what do I know? You know, that's why that is my moniker. Hey, what do I know? You know, what do I know?
I know.
Hey, Joe,
I gotta
top
get
of the
off.
morning. Oh man, I got some donuts this morning. I'm gonna leave them donuts alone, man. Oh, I'm working for Coleman. Let me see where Jeff wants me at. You know what? I know where we're going. We're going to Clam Diggers. We're going to Clam Diggers. It's a lot of it rained. Appreciate that, though, my guy. Man. Oh man, I got all the water in here. Yeah, we're going down to Clam Diggers. Yes, top rank though, man. You are absolutely correct, and I think that's why. And they don't got nothing good. They don't. You get here late. You get here late. Yeah, they run through the donuts. They run through.
Try and suck it from the doorway.
But I think top rank, like I said, top rank is hand over fist. That's why I recommend a lot of young hitters, right? If you could get through that door, right? Because top rank just doesn't sign anybody. But if you can get through that door, I tell them strongly, man, go with top rank. Top rank knows what they're doing. They know what they're doing. They've been in the game for too long not to, not to know what they're doing. And their record speaks for themselves. You know, he said, plus I appreciate your coverage and backing of Jihad Tucker, the kid. Oh yes, yes. He had a little hiccup, but he's on his way back. Just trust and believe that. And they are creating a monster. Still young. He's still a baby, man. 20 years old. Yeah, he's 20 years old, right? Speaking of Jihad Tucker, right? It's a pleasure to work for him and work with him. 20 years old, right? But look at his experience already, right? He's been in the game for 3 years. He's already had 11 fights. He's fought on some major cards. Lopez Lomachenko, couple of Shakur Stevenson cards at the Prudential Center. Man, it's just great just to see the experience that he's getting at a young age. You know what I'm saying? Underneath the bright lights. Underneath the bright lights. Shout out to Jihad. You know, salute to Jihad. But yes, great working with him and for him, as well as other fighters. Looking forward to it. This is what I do. This is one of my passions. And salute to the people that helped me out along the way in finding that niche. Finding that niche. But yeah, I just think I'm not saying because Jihad is a top ranked guy. But like I said, I have other guys that I do shit with behind the scenes that I don't disclose them because some of them are tied in with Premier Boxing Champions. And for obvious reasons, I don't say nothing because, like I said, you learn through experience. You do. You just do. Because a lot of times, a lot of the stuff that goes on in this game behind the scenes, you have people that make phone calls. They try to blackball you. You know. So a lot of times, I know how to move like a ninja, a shadow. I know how to move like a ninja in the shadow. You know, and I think uh, a good term to use is like it's best sometimes to play dumb or play like a nobody. You know, when people think that you're nothing or you're nobody, they tend to overlook you. They tend to sleep on you. And that's why I love this YouTube because a lot of these guys they sleep on me, they fun on me. And then when I start fronting on them, like, yo, show me this, show me that. Can you do this? Can you do that? They get fucked up. They be fucked up because they're supposed to be these big time entities and commodities, but yet they can't do none of the shit that the small guy, the little guy, the nobody is doing on the media level, let alone in the game on the media level. Like I had a certain dude, and I'm gonna stay on his head. I'm gonna stay on his head until I feel like um I don't want to be petty no more because he tried to disrespect me and my man. He tried to disrespect me and my man numerous times. A lot of times I let it slide because I let a lot of stuff slide because I be seeing like a lot of these guys in real life, and I'd be like, man, they're jealous. Um, they're jealous because they sold for shit that ain't get them nowhere. You know, it didn't get them nowhere in the game. It didn't get them nowhere in life. And they see somebody that they know is moving and grooving. You know, and they got all these boys setting up these punks. Oh, yo, you down there with us too? At Clam Diggers? Who you working for? Oh, you're good. Yeah. Yo, Clam Diggers yesterday was like. I know. I know it's probably bad right now. Yeah. That's where we're going now. Yo, I've been there like 3 times in the last week. Every time it rains. Yeah, everything is down there. It's a disaster. I know. Man, yeah, they got me down at Clam Diggers, man. I already know it's like. The only good thing about that is I get to go dump in the yard. It's not that far. You seen Jeff? Okay. He said, I hear you. That's the best way to move. I'm not a part of the game, just a hardcore fan, but just from the outside in, hearing the game is crazy, but awesome to hear you moving in the game and can't wait to see your progress. Of course. Of course. Wait till you see my youngest nephew, Jamali Tucker. Man, he's gonna be an Olympian. If he don't turn pro, he'll be an Olympian. He's 13 years old, Jihad's younger brother. I told y'all, man. Yeah, they wasn't listening to me, man. These guys, yeah, I tried to plug them in, right? I tried to plug them in 3 years ago when he was 10 years old. I was telling them, I was like, yo, listen. They was always asking me who my favorite fighter was. I was like, yo, he's 10 years old. We was in Las Vegas. We was in Las Vegas in the Benz, riding up and down the Las Vegas Boulevard and bubble boxing. And I was telling the people, I was like, yo, this is my favorite fighter. You know, God, you know what it is? Guys was trying to undermine and do all kind of dumb shit. Look at them now. The game is over for them. The game is over for them. I tell them, you better lock in with some talent. If you're not locked in with no talent, only thing you're gonna be doing is looking off from the sideline, hating, hating. But yeah, Jamali Tucker. Remember that name, $1 million Marley, man. He's already got suitors. He's already got suitors beating at his door, beating at his door. He's gonna be better than Jihad Tucker, and he's a southpaw. He's a southpaw that can fight southpaws. He's not a southpaw that can't fight southpaws. If you catch that sauce right there, he's well rounded. Uh, he is ranked #1 in the nation. He's a 3-time defending national champion. He's the goods. He's the goods. We already had a meeting with Bob Allen. Real talk.
Real short, man. We had a meeting with Bob Arum already, man. I told Bob, yo, Jamel's one of my guys. I told Jamel about him. I was like, yo, real talk, real talk. So I'm just not up here, bumping my gums like Bomac said. I'm not bumping my gums. We already had a meeting with Bob. We already had a meeting with Bob. Yo, and shout out to my daughter. My daughter was on it. My daughter was on it. You see, that's his PR right there. That's Coach Reen on the scene. That's his PR right there. Coach Reen on the scene. Know what I mean? That is Coach Reen on the scene. That is Coach Reen on the scene. Coach Reen ran down on Bob. Yo, if I wasn't where I'm at now and I was at the crib, Coach Reen will tell you herself. Bob was on the same floor as us. He was on the same floor as us. Fight week. She ran down on him and she told him, "This is my cousin. This is $1 Million Marley. You're gonna sign him next." Real talk. Shout out to Coach Reen and the team. You know. See, right now I'm just in the cut, man. I know where I gotta go, but I'm waiting to get my paperwork. It looks like it's about to pour raining anyway. Like if it's pouring raining, we're gonna be on standby because regardless of the shit that we pick up, it's gonna wash down again. And how the sky is looking right now, it's looking crazy. It's looking crazy, bro. It's looking crazy out here, man. But give me 2 seconds. Let me go get my paperwork. Man, they looked out for me, y'all. They did not send me down to clam diggers. I am not going to clam diggers. I know John is, man, I'm about to get up out of here. But they try to switch it up. You heard? Yes, they will listen. They will switch it up. I mean, I am one of the new operators, right? And no, you know how that goes. It's like anything. It's a passage, right? I'm about to get up out of here. But they try to send me over. They got me in a decent location, y'all. So I'm about to slide. I'm about to slide for they trying to, because they will switch that up. They will switch that up. I'm getting up out of here. I'm getting low. I was surprised when he told me the area to go to. I said, "Oh, word? All right." I know clam diggers is crazy right now. Normally, like, I'm gonna get back on the promoting shit in a second, but I just want to break this down to y'all. When we get a hard rain like we got, a lot of the sand because of the water, Clam diggers, what I'm talking about, is at the bottom. It's by the water, by the dam, by the harbor. So everything washes down. You get so much debris, all kind of shit down there, right? He didn't put me down there. He got me up top. So I'm about to get low. I'm about to go in my area, hit my my coordinates and do what I do. But back to this promoting thing, right? Like I said, top rank, hand over fist, does the damn thing, man. You know, just look at their track record, right? Floyd Mayweather, Oscar De La Hoya's, Fernando Vargas's, the many equality of fighters that have came up under their flagship. And we could even take it a step further, right? That look at Oscar. Oscar now, a lot of y'all don't like him, but he is a successful promoter. A lot of the original PBC fighters were Golden Boy fighters. Now I know you're gonna say, for those that know what I'm speaking on, they're gonna say, but Rich Schaefer and other people were a part of that. Yes, it takes a team. It takes a team, right? Just like with Al Heyman, right? Did you guys know this? A lot of Al Heyman's peoples that help him be Al Heyman and Heyman Boxing are former Don King people. You guys didn't know that, right? But you guys speak on the business. Speak on the business. And I'm going to get the approval from my guy. At some point today, I'm going to slice up a video. I did a great interview with Rick Glacier, right? Shout out to World Combat Sports for allowing me to be a part of that and increase my portfolio as the ghetto Brian Custer / Brian Gumble. I do my thing with the interviews as well. But Rick Glacier did in the interview, he got a piece. He got a piece, right? That I want to use because I have a clip with my guy. He knows my family. Mark Kriegel. When I was at a couple of the fighter meetings, I was kicking it with him, and he knows my uncle and shit. So I was fucking with him because him and my uncle went to school and shit, right? So I was like, my uncle always be talking shit, right? Saying here what Mark Kriegel's ass and all this type of fly shit. So I FaceTimed him and did the video, and I got that. And I was like, yeah, you know this guy? Yeah, you know this guy? And Mark Kriegel was like, yo, I'm going to see you in Newark, yada, yada. Yo, I heard you telling people you can whip my ass. Now, man, I want to use that clip with my guy, with Rick Glacier, man, with the line. Rick Glacier said, fucking nobody knows this guy. I got to use that in that video and create a nice little short for y'all, man. You heard? I got to use that, man. He said, you go back to the Ali days. Yeah, man. Yo, listen, man. Yeah, they hate on Top Rank, bro. Yeah, they hate on Top Rank. But listen, for all y'all that be hating on Top Rank, I want y'all to catch this vibe, right? And this is on the media. This is on the media tip, right? Top Rank is supposed to be like racist and all this, right? The same company that is racist, that you claim is racist, right? I've been covering Top Rank events now exclusively, especially with Jahad fight, for 3 years, right? Sometimes I just sit back and I just observe, right? And one of the things that I have observed, this is now, I'm speaking on a media level, like a field reporter, covering everybody from Top Rank to Matchroom to PBC to Star Boxing, the Bella Entertainment, or King Boxing Promotion, all these promotion outfits, right? They always talk about Top Rank being racist and this, that, and the third, right? Never mind that the black company, supposedly the black company, right? PBC, the black company. When you apply for media credentials, you have to go through Kelly Swanson, who is a white woman. So you guys always talking like this pro-black shit. No. And not only that, like I said, I've been in these rooms, right? I noticed this, like I said, for 3 years now. Whenever Jahad fights, I'm all over it, right? But the things that I had started to notice is right with Top Rank, right? Every time I cover a Top Rank event, right? I picked up on this maybe I don't know how many years ago, but I was like, yo, it's a lot of color in the room, man. When I say come, I'm talking about like my people that look like me. I'm like, damn. And then, then one time I was like, all right, maybe it's because it was a Shakur Stevenson fight, right? Then, like I said, when you on these cards and you in and out of these different cities, you start, getting familiar with people. I'm like, man, um, Top Rank be letting the brothers rock, man. So I'm taking my own mental notes, LOX, living off experience. I'm like, damn, but these guys will tell you that the PBC. Then I just started thinking about the PBC, covering the PBC events. I'm like, man, the PBC picks and chooses. They love, I'm gonna tell you what the PBC does, and that this is their model, right? They get all the entertainment guys. Real talk. The failed actors, respectfully, the music people, because that's what Al Heyman is. He gets all of these type of people to cover his events. These are the guys that he gives credentials to, or that Kelly Swanson and them give credentials to. Now these guys don't know a thing about boxing. As I quote Leon Muhammad, they don't know a fish hook from a left hook. But these are the type of guys that they will have cover the events. They've been doing that, but that's cool. That's what they do. That's their format. You heard? That is their format. They can do what they like to do. Smash the like button for me. We're just talking a little promotions. What promoters do. I did have that frame, but I took it down. A promoter's number one job is to pay the fighters. How do you pay the fighters? You get them to fight. You get them to fight. Get them to fight. So don't fall victim to, because like I said, right now, PBC signed Canelo. They got big pay-per-views. Can't take that away from them. They are the pay-per-view killers. I give them that, man. I would like when it comes to pay-per-views, right? Hands down, they crush Top Rank with that. You know why they do? Because like I said, Top Rank is about a different. Their format is different. It just is. Whereas PBC is more, and I quote EJ, smoke and mirrors. But it works for their pay-per-views. But as far as like the logistic of putting on shows, Top Rank is eating them up, bro. Eating them up, eating them alive. Like, look, both of them just had cards on August 12th. Last week, they all had cards, remember? PBC had the Gary Antoine Russell card and Travion Marshall. What the ESPN do? They had the Neverate Valdez card. Like it is what it is, man. It is what it is. Like you gotta when it comes to this boxing and shit, right? As a fan, right? Don't get caught up in this side is better than that side, right? Do your own research. Because you will listen to guys that get on YouTube and tell you that such and such is the best promoter. Meanwhile, you go to his promotion company, he might only have 3 fighters signed. 3 fighters signed, but he's the best promoter. He might not even be doing no regional shows, but he's the best promoter. No, he's the best felonious caper. A promoter is putting on shows. A promoter is signing talent. Signing talent, pumping it out. Like I said, when it comes to that, PBC, Top Rank, all ahead of the game. Even Matchroom is good too, because see, Matchroom they tap into the American market, but they do their thing over there, hands down. But they get swallowed up over here in the American market. But they still do their thing. That's why I definitely include them in the poll. And then they got like a partnership with Golden Boy. And I think you know what I think crippled Golden Boy a lot when they lost Canelo Alvarez. When they had Canelo Alvarez, because Canelo was like a big ass commodity. They lost Canelo, man. It is like treacherous out there. This shit, this shit is not a game, bro. I am so glad I got elevated to where I got to. The guys that are like 10s and 11s, not even the 11s, but the 10s and the 9s, they are gonna go through it. So they're gonna be doing a lot of pumping. Man, this shit is coming down, man. This shit like came out of nowhere, man. Y'all can hear that rain, right? Y'all hear that shit, right? That shit is beating down, bro. That shit is beating down. Don Vaughn, what's going on, brother? How are you this morning? He said Top Rank had the better talent. Yeah, by far, Don Vaughn, they got all, I started paying attention to that because Jai got signed with them 3 years ago. And I noticed that. I was like, they signed all of the young talent, bro. They locked all the young hitters up, man. They was locking them in. They done released a couple of them, but they locked them all in. Keyshawn Davis, Troy Isley. Yeah, they got, I think, the last Olympics, right? With the one with Troy Isley and Tiger Johnson, Keyshawn Davis, Richard Torres. They got all of the Olympians. Well, remember in 2012, Al Heyman and the PBC did that? Remember Al Heyman locked in Jamel Herring, Marcus Brown, EJ, Rashid Warren. He had got all the Olympians. Top Rank did that, man. This last go around. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that I pay attention to. I don't listen to these guys that tell you shit that then when you do the research, you're like, this nigga's lying. You be like, this nigga is lying. I can't, right now, I can't even do nothing. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have to pull over. It's raining too treacherous. This shit about to light up. You can look at the sky. But if you see how it's coming down right now, it's like Zeus and Poseidon is up there getting it on. They banging out, right? But this is Olympus. You know what I'm saying? They banging out right now. The sky done opened up, man. It just like opened up. He said, hell yeah, I was out there. And it's crazy. Bro, it's ridiculous, bro. It's ridiculous. It wasn't raining like this in Dix Hills, man. I'm more on the north side now, right? In Dix Hills, it's probably going that way now. Because now, look, it's starting to light up because I'm riding through this shit. But where I was just at, that shit was like treacherous, bro. That shit was like, remember the movie Twister? I felt like I was a storm chaser, bro. I literally just rode through that shit. Like, right now it's lightening up over here. But I must have rode through the eye back there a second ago. That shit was treacherous, bro. That shit was treacherous. In the wintertime, we be out here plowing snow, and you get that shit, that shit be like, it be different, bro. It be different. We be out here battling blizzards, and you experience that shit, man. You be running tandem with somebody, you literally lose the truck, depending on what your position is. If you are the lead truck or the back truck, if you're the back truck and y'all running tandem, and you go through the storm, and it's like white out condition, you literally lose the truck, bro. Like you be plowing, you be like, oh shit, where the fuck did the truck go? That's how treacherous it be out here, man. Now I'm good, Don Juan. Me, I'm an OG up here now, man. I know the rules of the game, man. If it gets too crazy, you gotta pull over, man. You can't be out here. You can't see because it's safety first. Because it's safety first. You be out here trying to operate heavy equipment in there and then cram somebody. Come on, gonna be like the first thing they're gonna say to you is right. They're gonna be like, "Yo, why was you driving? Why was you attempting to operate that and you had zero visibility?" You gotta. Come on, man. It's common sense. But I appreciate that, Don Vaughn. You know the vibes. Yeah, it's over. Look, I rolled right through the storm. Told you the sky over here is clear as day. It's clear as Morris day. It's clear as Morris day over here. But yeah, this dude runs the light. What are you doing, dude? Man, the damn light, idiot. But yeah, I just had to just touch base with that, man, with the promotion. Because I seen a lot of y'all was, 48% was like the PBC does the most shows, man. And I think you guys are kind of lost on that. For a company to do the most shows, why aren't their stars fighting enough? Why aren't they fighting enough? If they are doing the most shows, we haven't seen Wilder all year. Wilder is a star over there. We haven't seen Andy Ruiz. When was the last time Andy Ruiz fought? He fought King Kong, right? When was that? Was that January? When that pay-per-view flopped? It flopped. But yeah, we gotta be mindful of that, man. Like, pay attention to that. Pay attention to like what Don Vaughn said. Top Rank has the better talent. Top Rank has signed a lot of young guys, man. Like, what young hitters has the PBC side? You gotta pay attention. The PBC rolled out a lot of money. We gotta give them their flowers. Canelo Alvarez. They got Bud Crawford for another fight, right? But these guys are older, right? These guys are what we like to call on the back nine. These guys are cashing out. Where are the younger, talented guys, right? Where are the Devin Haney's, the Shakur Stevensons, the Keyshawn Davis, the Jahad Tucker, the Teofimo Lopez, the Ryan Garcias? They don't have these guys, bro. They don't have these guys, respectfully. They do not have them. And why is that? Why is that? Why don't they have these guys signed? He said PBC fighters are like oh man. Yeah, man. I don't know, man. Like, yo, there's some of their guys, man. I'm gonna do that poll next, right? Is Earl Spence damaged good, bro? Is Earl Spence damaged good? That's gonna be my next poll, man. Because see, people don't want to talk about that. Derek James did an interview, right? And he's talking about his guy's gonna be better at 154. How? He's still gonna fight Terrence, a southpaw. Terrence will most likely fight southpaw again. How is he going to be better when his mechanics, everything was all, and he's coming off of getting humbled. He's coming off getting humbled. But I'm telling you right now, he better be. He put out there that he's at 154, and I talk with my peoples, man. Charles Conwell is on him right now. Charles Conwell is on him. They are adding him. Conwell's manager. They are adding him heavy. They want to welcome him into the division with an ass whooping. It's the fight business, man. It's never personal, only business. It's never personal, only business, man. He said Top Rank head to head is killing PBC. They be losing. Oh man, yeah. We know that though. See, let's not make it about that, man. We don't want to make it about that because when we make it about that, we gotta we gotta break down the matchmaking, bro. We gotta break down the matchmaking, and that's a sensitive topic, man, because these guys don't want to hear that the PBC fighters aren't being matched well. They don't, listen, they don't want to hear that, right? And I'm gonna give you a prime example. We just witnessed it. Trayvon Marshall came into that fight 8-0 with 7 knockouts. Now, if you go on BoxRec and you look at the guys that he fought, they finally put him in there with a former Olympian, a 37-year-old, right? Who's a good quality guy. But if his 8-0, 7 knockouts was sturdy, he wouldn't have got obliterated the way he got obliterated. He got obliterated, man. But he's still young, but it's like, damn, you hate to see a young kid like that. He's 22 years old at home get knocked out like that, bro. Like, listen, if the ropes wasn't there, right, he would have got face plant. He was asleep, bro. He was on the fucking the ropes sleep. The ropes woke him up. And then the lady ref, knowing that he was home, she allowed him to continue. And like his corner should have been yelling, man, hold, grab him. But he tried to fight, being green, being like young, not knowing. He got finished, man. Like I said, he's 22 years old. He could bounce back, but that's poor matchmaking, man. You can't feed a young fighter like him all of these cherries, the tomato cans, because it builds up a confidence in him that is not, legit, man. And then he fights a live body and gets flatlined, man. He said Mayweather tried to push. Yeah, yo, I think like he just signed that kid, right? That's the young kid that they signed, right? That lost. He lost to Shakur Stevenson's. He lost to Shakur Stevenson's nephew or cousin. I think that's Shakur's cousin. He lost to him internationally. Shakur's cousin. But yeah, they pushed him for that fight, right? As his pro debut. I will pump the brakes on that, bro. I know Floyd knows the business, but like, let him. He's still an amateur fighter, bro. Like I said, I watched Shakur Stevenson's little cousin beat him internationally. Now you're talking about having to fight a world champion. I don't know, but Floyd knows, man. Floyd is Floyd. I wouldn't know it. He said he's still going to be the same fighter, one-dimensional. We talking about EJ, right? Yeah, EJ's done, bro. EJ's done. You know what it is? They done built him up, right? Especially with the media. They can't admit it, bro. He's done, bro. He's done. That's this guy going around him. He's done, bro. His better warrior days are behind him, bro. It's sad, man. It's sad. At least he got that good mega payday with Terrence. Yeah, he fights Terrence again, right? But this is how I'm telling you, the people around him are so grimy, bro. Like, the beating that he took, like they need to work something out. They want him to run it back and get the rematch. He doesn't need to fight Terrence in December, bro. If he fights Terrence in December, right, the lingering effect that he's going to have to deal with for the remainder of his life is not cool, bro. Because if they fight in December, he's not healing up in time, bro. He got beat up, bro. He got beat up bad. Like, he got beat up so bad to the point where his delusional fan base, when he did pop out on his girl's Instagram and he wasn't swollen up no more. Yeah, they was like, oh, he healed up. That's how dumb people are. Like, bro, he did not heal up. Watch that fight. He did not heal up. He might look all right, like the swelling and all that, but yo, the swelling on the brain and all that shit. Like, man, listen, you think that he's talking funny and all that now. He fights Terrence again, and I say this respectfully, man. Like, he need to just chill, bro. Didn't he make like 20 something million? Just chill for a hot second, bro. The fight ain't gonna go nowhere. I'm pretty sure you guys could do like Steven Espinosa out there on record as saying that they could do something with the contract and set it up where you can still get your rematch. But rushing back in there in December is career suicide, bro. It's career suicide because you're gonna get beat up again. And even if you win the fight, the punishment that you're gonna take to have to endure to win the fight, it's gonna hurt you, bro. It's gonna hurt you. You know, but hey, what do I know? What do I know? I told you, look, the sun is out over here, y'all. It's a lot of water. I already gotta go dump. There's so much water out here, man. This shit is filled with water. I wish I could show you yeah, here you go. Pay attention, lady. Go around. You get everybody riding behind you, right? You don't see me sweeping the road. Why are you behind me? He said DJ is delusional. 7 pounds won't give EJ skills and a boxing at all. Yo, Derrick James is a devil, bro. Derrick James is a wicked individual. You know what? Hurt people. And I don't care who hears this and how they accept it or who it's offends, right? Derrick James is doing to his fighters what people did to him. And he stated it, man. But you guys, but like I said, this boxing business is a fucked up business. Derrick don't have the best interest of these guys. He stated, I'd rather see my fighters get knocked out. So that's what he got. He got knocked out. He's a foul dude, bro. He don't care about EJ's well-being. All he cares about is the check. He cares about the check. EJ got the shit beat out of him. What was his concern? I gotta get on a flight to go to London. He's worried about the next check. And look at him. After that fight was over, he wants to jump back in the captain seat for Jamel Charlo. Meanwhile, Juan Guzman was getting him ready, bro. Like, come on, man. That's all he's about, man. But the jig is up with him too, man. Shout out to Brian McIntyre, aka Bo Mac. Bo Mac exposed his ass. He said, "You can't hide no more, Derrick. You can't hide no more, Derrick." It was over for him, bro. It was over for him. Man, every time I watch that, right? Man, that gives me such validation. As a student of the game, right? When I heard Bo Mac say that, as somebody that came up around coaches and teachers, I knew it was over. I knew it was over. I said, yo, they about to fuck Derrick up, bro. I said, yo, Bo Mac and them know. They about to take him to school, bro. They gonna take him to school. He said, you can't hide no more Derrick. I said, man, they got a game plan and a half over there. And they know this dude is incompetent, man. They know, they done studied this dude, man. They done studied him, right? They knew DJ was not the goods, bro. They knew he was not the goods, man. And that's what DJ gets, man. You know what I'm saying? He's arrogant, bro. He let EJ to get slaughtered. And then he didn't even want to throw in the towel, bro. He did not want to throw in the towel, man. Sad, man. Sad. But listen, y'all. Ooh. I am about to wrap this stream up, man. Appreciate everybody that stopped in here and was rocking with the sauce. Smash the like button. Share the content. And when I do the polls, man, it's free. And it gives me something to give you the sauce on. Because we got to switch it up. at times, and I feel like this is a great format of switching it up, putting out poll questions, and then going and coming in here speaking on the poll questions, like today's poll question about promoting and promoters and all that. And I'm gonna close and say this, right? A lot of times, the day and time that we live in, it's easier to promote yourself as a fighter with social media. It's easier because now, whereas back in the day with the Don King model and even the Bob Allen model, going to the malls and doing these meet and greets, it's so much easier for fighters to do that with social media, but it's also best to be out there. Like how you see Terrence right now. Terrence is so visible with all of these appearances on these different platforms. That is only helping to broaden his brand. And I say this in closing, be mindful of the brand that you do jump on, though, because every brand is not a good brand. Hopefully you caught and enjoyed that sauce. Like I said, like, share the content. We are moving and grooving. Unfortunately, we are not on that August 26th card, man. I was looking to go to Tulsa again, but Nicholas Flays, he turned down the rematch with Jihad, so we are not on that card. But we were going to be on that card, man. And I was looking forward to going back to Tulsa, Oklahoma. They had some excellent brisket, as well as, listen, don't sleep on cowboy country white folks. They can fry some chicken. They have the original recipe from the Colonel. The slave owned the Colonel. KFC, the Colonel was the slave owner. The Hard Rock Cafe. If WCF is in here, WCF will tell you. After Jihad's fight at the Hard Rock Cafe, we went and got some fried chicken tenders and all that. And I watched the cooks. The cooks were white. Man, they seasoned and floured that chicken up. You would have thought it was from your grandmama, man. But salute to all those guys fighting on that card. Abdullah Mason, I think Shoe's on that card. Nico Ali Walsh. I believe Jared Anderson is headlining, and I don't know who the co-main is. But with that being said, the vibes, man. You guys enjoy your Friday. Stay safe. Do your research, man. Do your research. And we will close, as always, with some vintage sauce.
Yo, Zaga, Slime Master.
Yo, man, shout out to Sauce Talk, man. We in books and shit now.
Oh, man, what's that feeling like, man? First press conference, you walking out, the people are noticing you, saying, yo, he's in that book. He's in that book, man. What's that feeling like, man?
It feels good, man. I actually want to get it going for this fight, man. Get it out the way,
Yeah, definitely, man. But, yo, just describe that first press conference, 2 days out. You was on the main stage, Q&A. What was that like, man?
It was fire, it was real fire. Shout out Top Rank, shout out Bob Barron, man. Shout out Sauce Talk, shout out Jay Prince, man.
Yeah, definitely.
And we here, and we gonna keep going. We gonna keep being here. We gonna keep going up.
Yeah.
No cap.
That's a fact, man.
No cap. And we know we still slamming, man.
Yeah, man.
Still walking down, man. We here.
Man. Prudential Center. You see where it's at, downtown Newark. Shakur Stevenson card. Yo, everybody was talking about my man was in there dapper, man. Yo, got the, what is that, velvet? Got the nice suit on, velour, got the specs on, the shades, styling on him,
Yeah, roll that up for AB.
Yeah, AB, yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely, man. It's a little behind the sauce with Jihad Tucker. I got you.
One day you'll get your palate used to that raw fish. Gotcha. What's that? What else you got for me?
What's your favorite place to go?
Favorite place to go is the beach. I love the beach, Anywhere if there's a beach nearby, I love to go there, relax, walk along the beach. barefooted, get my feet dirty. Yeah, no doubt. Stick my foot in the water. I don't go in the water though. Nah, them sharks and stuff in there. Nah, I don't mess with that. All right.
Play basketball.
Look at my height. I'm short.
No,
I can't play no basketball.
Yes, you can.
No.
I believe you can.